Theodore, first of all, thank you for attending the Cyprus Fintech Summit. Thank you for supporting us. It's great to see that we have governmental organizations attending the event. Now, what is exactly your role and title, and what does it entail?
Andrea, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here with you, and it's always a pleasure to be in events where the startuppers, the entrepreneurs, the companies are gathering together, and you are doing a great job bringing the fintech ecosystem together. So
Thank you.
well done on that. My role is Director General of the Research and Innovation Foundation. The Research and Innovation Foundation is the national funding agency for research and innovation in Cyprus. And that means funding everything from fundamental frontier research, things that are research that is being carried out in universities, in research organizations, and Cyprus has a few of those these days, that are thinking ahead. It's frontier, and hopefully we're going to see them one day in the long run hitting the markets and transforming the world as we know it. And at the same time, we go all the way to funding innovation, being startups, scale-ups, established companies to innovate, to develop new products and services, to take them to the international markets. Important to mention that everything we do needs to be day one thinking international markets. We recognize that Cyprus is a small market, so we are looking for those ones who are thinking international markets right from the start, and they dare to dream big and act bigger to build from Cyprus to the world. We are also funding infrastructures, being research infrastructures, technology infrastructures, but also production lines that are required to manufacture innovative products and services to ship internationally. And also we are supporting the participation of Cyprus-based companies and research organizations in the Horizon Europe program, the big, ambitious research and innovation funding program of the European Commission, but also implement bilateral agreements that the government wants to put in place with countries near and far, from Israel and Greece to all the way to Japan, in order to help our ecosystem collaborate with partners abroad. International research and innovation is an international collaboration game, so we want to give them the tools, the opportunities to embed themselves into the global knowledge value chain and create value from Cyprus.
So you said you are funding. So you mentioned the Horizon program. Now, and also you have a lot of verticals as a foundation. Mm-hmm. But in our industry, since we are in the Cyprus Fintech Summit, what are the funding programs that startups, established companies, or companies from abroad can apply for?
So everything we do in terms of funding, it needs to be here in Cyprus. The company needs to be here in Cyprus. It doesn't matter if you're Cypriot or foreigner, if you live, work in Cyprus, if you have your company in Cyprus, if the people are working in Cyprus, then you are eligible to apply for funding. And to your question, we start with small tickets of 120,000 euros. If you are someone who's thinking to set up his own company, if you have an innovative idea, we go up to 120,000 euros through the pre-seed program in order to give you early seed money to develop your idea a step further. Now, if you are moving on well with your product development, the seed program can grant you up to €500,000 to continue developing your product, your service, to take to the international markets from Cyprus. For established companies, ones that have traction in the market, they have revenues, they've built substance, then the Innovate program gives up to €1,000,000. This is to either build a new product or service or to enhance the features, the capabilities of an existing product or service. So these are the three key programs, and these are all in the form of grant. From there on, the Cyprus Research Innovation Foundation also has blended finance programs. This is where we want the innovators, the entrepreneurs, the intrapreneurs to actually lure in private investments because we understand that with public money we're building capability, but the winners will be chosen by the private markets, and we want them to find the investors to co-invest with us. So schemes like the Disrupt program, which offers up to 1.5 million euros if you have secured VC investment from anywhere in the European Economic Area of at least 1 million. So you understand it's a total ticket size of 2.5 million, of which 1.5 is equity free in the form of a grant. And the Boost program, whereby if you have an investor from anywhere in the world, any type of investor, it could be a business angel, a VC, crowdfunding, you name it, that has invested in your company, equity-based investment, then you are entitled to apply for 50% of the private investment in the form of equity-free grant from the RIF. And that means that, I'll give you an example, if you have raised 500,000 as a startup or as an established company, then you can apply for 250,000 equity-free, a total ticket size in this example of 750,000 euros. This is money which is not just going to go towards new product development, it's also going towards scaling up, covering commercial activities, because we want you to enter international markets and scale up in them. So there is an array of funding tools. There is a lot of information on our website, www.research.org.cy. We are at the disposal of everyone. You can call us, you can speak to one of the friendly RIF officers. They're always willing to help, to get all the information, and we're here to help. And it's not just that, it's not just funding. We also have a lot of support services. We help you develop strategies to protect intellectual property. We have support capacity building trainings in order to help aspiring entrepreneurs acquire the skills that are needed. It's not just the money plus support.
Mentoring.
Mentoring gives you a lot of a good push and improves your chances of success in a very competitive world.
So now you said it's like you can call us, and you're inviting people to contact you, which is something, when you hear about governmental services and everything, a lot of people are very disappointed because there is not the response. You provide full guidance through the full course of the applicant, and you're actually inviting them to come, because from what I understand, we don't have a lot of applications. We don't have a lot of people applying. Do you think it's because they don't know it, or do you think because they are misinformed?
You will be amazed by the numbers we have. We have a lot of applications. Of course, we want more. What we want to achieve is make research and innovation a driver for change for our corporates here in Cyprus. And again, it doesn't matter if it's a Cypriot-owned company or foreigners who have moved and chose to live and work in Cyprus. We are open to everyone who lives and works here. We, of course, want to give them the tools, the funding, the support in order to bring research and innovation, R&D, into their companies and differentiate through new products, new services that make them competitive. And in making them competitive, they're giving us a boost to our national economy because, again, truth of the matter is, as a small island nation, internationalization, exports, shipping products and services abroad is what is actually going to help us strengthen and make more resilient our national economy for the benefit of society, of course. It's taxpayers' money, and we want to make good use of them. Yes, you're right, you can call. We are always at the disposal of anyone. We have special programs going on where you can be introduced to our funding programs. We build the capacity. If you have never heard of us, most probably you should come and join in one of these sessions in our offices, where our friendly officers are actually going to explain everything from the funding rules, the objectives of each call. We have many calls, so you need to find the right one for you at the stage you are in, but we're always available. And this is something we are actually, we want to do even more, because you are right, government and support sometimes doesn't go together, but this is not the case at the RIF. And I have to say that it's something we feel obliged we have to do, because if we are the ones that are going to fund the people, the doers who are actually going to change and improve the way we live and work here, but also abroad internationally, we have to be a step ahead, and that's a tall order to climb. But we're doing our level best to support everyone and be available for everyone.
How often do you do these calls? It's where you share information. Is it a monthly or a weekly, bi-weekly?
So we have our partner experience programs are running throughout the year. We have officers attending major events. We're working with tech associations, with business associations. We present there. We come to events like this to show the funding programs, the services that you can get. But we also do about every time we announce a new call, we have a webinar. Because we understand that not everyone can attend our offices, so we use webinars. Important to also mention that in case you've missed one, these are available, they're recorded, they're available, so you can watch later on. And of course, we are available on telephone, email, through social media, in order to take any questions and address them as they come.
Okay, in the recent years, we've seen a lot of the big organizations moving into Cyprus, and this year there are 3 or 4 big names there in the news. How do we? Let's just say I'm abroad. I'm not living here. I'm not. I don't have. I've heard about Cyprus, and I want to, expand and create a company, a Cypriot-based company here. Does it make the process more complicated?
No, it doesn't. And the government of Cyprus has introduced a lot of great incentives for companies that choose to relocate to Cyprus, but also for companies already being here, which makes it even more attractive for someone to consider Cyprus. I have to also credit the work of Invest Cyprus. With Invest Cyprus, we're working closely on specific projects, but overall they're doing a great job to present what Cyprus has introduced, be it not just what the RIF does, but also the Ministry of Industry and Commerce with the Business Facilitation Unit. There are strong incentives. We're doing a lot of good work to present them and attract not just companies, but also investors into the island. We have to remember Cyprus, if we wind back the clock 10 years or so, we had very little to say about innovation in Cyprus. We have seen great progress. This is not just evidenced by the reports. It's here around you, the people that create value, and they capture value from here. They choose to either bring their companies or establish their companies in Cyprus. We have, of course, incentives like startup visa, talent attraction visas, which give a lot of good reasons for people to choose to establish here, be employed here, and build from here. And with these companies coming into Cyprus, there are, of course, spillover effects. Some of them have chosen to also invest as companies into startups. We are seeing more collaborations between established enterprises and startups, which is very important. We're seeing talent mobility within the country, another key indicator for the state of health of a national ecosystem, research and innovation ecosystem. We have been funding collaborations between research organizations. There are some great universities and research institutes and centers of excellence in Cyprus, some of which the government has funded through public money as well. So things are happening. Of course, we can do more and better. We always put the bar higher every time we go a level up. The expectations rise, and we want to invite everyone to have a look at what this country has to offer, both in terms of talent, because talent is the foundation on which you build ecosystems, but also incentives and funding in order to live, work, and disrupt from Cyprus.
And since we are closing 2025 and we are moving to the next year, what have we seen is, let's just say the highlights of the year, and also what can we expect for 2026?
Highlights of the year: Cyprus, for the very first time, makes it into the top 25 of the Global Innovation Index. This is published by the WIPO, the World Intellectual Property Office. It ranks economies, 130 something economies globally, and for Cyprus to make it into the top 25, which is the category of innovation leaders, it's a great achievement for a country, again, that had very little to talk about innovation 10 or so years ago. Startup Link, another independent report which puts Cyprus in the top 40. They rank national ecosystems. Cyprus is growing year on year in these rankings. They also do rank cities, not just countries, but also cities. And very important to mention that all 4 cities of Cyprus are into the list. So it suggests that innovation is happening across the island. Of course, there are clusters being formed. We know of gaming and fintech, obviously relevant to what you guys are doing, but we're seeing also activity in medtech, blockchain. The span of innovation activity on the island is phenomenal for the small size of the island, and important again to mention that talent and ambition is what usually investors will follow. So Cyprus has the talent, the ambition, the investments are coming. So we're looking for even better results going forward. And for that, we will continue to support the ecosystem, not just with the funding programs that we will announce in 2026, but also with even stronger incentives and institutional investments from the government in order to create even stronger enabling conditions for the doers to dream big and act bigger from Cyprus to the world.
Okay, so the key point here for every young entrepreneur is just, work and do it, and don't just be a couch potato that visualizes what his future could be.
Yes, and I would say, Cyprus is calling. We have a much better ecosystem, a more dense ecosystem which creates more opportunities, either to start your own company here, but also be absorbed in some of the companies that have emerged in recent years in state-of-the-art areas, from biotech to fintech to gaming to regtech, you name it. There is a lot going on again on this island. So if I was someone who has graduated recently, I would look into also the case of Cyprus, return back home, or if I'm not from Cyprus, why not move here and build from here? It's very important to mention also that we, as a funding agency, we have launched for the very first time the Future Founders Academy. This gives 25,000 to aspiring entrepreneurs, hence the name Future Founders, to test their idea, not even before setting up a company. If you've recently graduated from a university, any type of degree in any thematic area, tap into 25,000 euros to test if your idea has legs before you even set up the company. We're going to give you a lot of support as well, coaching, mentoring. We're going to introduce you to partners, investors. You're going to do a demo day, and hopefully that will serve them with 2 things. One, understand if the idea has legs and if it's worth spending time and going into it full force. But most importantly, understand if innovation, if entrepreneurship is for them. Sometimes it's not a sport that everyone can follow, but it doesn't mean that you have failed if you haven't done it. Failure is part of the game. You stand up, you go again, and you will succeed the second or third time round. So we're giving them a lot of support. And also important to mention that the government of Cyprus has introduced the Minds in Cyprus initiative, which also gives stronger reasons for someone to come back and be here and be part of this growing ecosystem, which seems to be doing very promising things in the years to come.
The last one, it's an absolute amazing initiative, because I think we were all at some point, out of university and, applying for jobs here and there and, getting disappointed for not getting hired. And of course, not having capital in order to start your own company is also a challenge. How to get that capital so you get a job. And then, the difficulty is like when you want to be an entrepreneur, just to touch a little bit there, it's you fail more times than what you succeed.
Yeah,
But it only takes to succeed a few times.
of course.
As a general rule of thumb, how are you planning to spend Christmas?
I'm going to keep myself busy. There is a lot going on. We need to prepare for another very hectic year ahead of us, 2026. But other than that, taking some time off, spend it with the kids, and hopefully we'll come back stronger, more energized to carry on what we're doing and take it to the next level.
Theodoros, thank you very much. That was a very nice message in the end. And hopefully we'll meet again soon and we'll have a chance to discuss more.
Again, it's been a pleasure being here with you. Fantastic to see this ecosystem coming together in events like this. And well done you. Keep up the good work. Thank you.
Thank you for your support. Thank you so much.